it's Barry. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're all about the hacks. Today's hacks are transparent flags and sticky note hacks. And here we go. So we've got a lot of different square flags, the regular flags, and now we've got a lot of circle flags. And I love using these, and I love, certain colors, obviously more than others. If you've been with me for a while, you've seen one of my earlier hacks with the page flags. So what I've done here is I have a white plastic card. You could also do this with a clear card if you wanted. And what I did is I have 4 page flags on there. And then on the back, I pulled one off of each and wrote the name, because you're going to have so many shades of certain colors that it can be confusing and you don't want to forget what you're using. And if you pull one off on the back, then you can see what it's really going to look like, for example, on white. And it's just a very helpful little thing to have around, and it doesn't take up very much room. So don't be afraid to take your things off their backing and be creative with something that's going to work for you. Now, this can fit right into a planner pocket, or you can use the clear pockets that you get from Cloth and Paper. These come 2 to a pack, and you can get them with top loading like this one is, or with side loading like I have here. And you can slip this or just the entire page flag right into these. So if you want to have one of these clear pockets on a divider or a dashboard, there you go. The Today dashboard would work really well. So I've got a lot of these page flags, and then I just wonder like what to do with them and how to store them, because if they're stored away, I'm not going to use them as much. So let me show you what I do. Okay, this is actually for makeup, eye makeup, eyeshadows, or whatever, to be specific, and I'll link it down below along with everything else. So what you can see here is I have this acrylic, and on the side, it works perfectly to store ollie clips. And then what I've done is with, if you take these new circle flags are really great. And what I did with my first set of these is I just simply cut them up, because then they're going to fit right in here. Now, what I have done once I've cut it up is I made sure to put the name on the back, and also if it was in a volume, I also list the volume, because you may not remember later and you may want to go on the BST and get some extras of things, and it's just good to know. And then I put one of the page flags on top of that so you can see what it's like on white, because the color a lot of times when they're stacked looks very different. So, you would see the same thing on here. This is a dark one, so I would have to go underneath the flag to see what it said. So that's what I do with a lot of the circle ones. And then I obviously trim them down so that they're easy to get in and out. And you could see how many I have in here. There's tons. And it works really well with the square ones also. The original backing on the square ones fits perfectly in here. When it comes to the regular page flags, I do have to trim them down, and I'm going to show you why. It's because of where I keep this, and it needs to be low profile. So the other things that I keep in here are some shape stickies, and of course those are labeled on the back, because I've pulled them all off of the backing. Transparent stickies, which I love. And then just regular like circles, different circle stickies that I have. And I was really excited today with the happy hour because there's so many new ones, and I was having a lot of fun filling my cart with those. So let me go back and mention one thing. If you're going to make a card like this, You may be wondering, how do you get them to stay on the card? I use the Nerino Plus. Ashley introduced this to us in a sub box. It might have been 2 years ago. I'm not sure. It was quite a while. And it is the best adhesive I have ever used. So that's what I do with these so that I can flip it in and out of pockets without them falling off. A few little other hacks. These circle flags and also the square flags work really great as divider labels. And I have used white foil labels. I'll link where I got them below. And I just love the way they look. This is from this set, which is the volume 3. And this is the color Juniper. Now, regular page flags also work great if you just want to mark a page. And what I do with that is I just put a sticker on the end of it and I can get to a page really quickly. So I've got to give you a little bit of a tour to see how I actually use this. So this is my main computer. It's an iMac 27. And there's great space right underneath it, and it's out of your way. So the first acrylic container that I have there is, I just put notepads in. The second one is one actually that Ashley gave us in a sub box quite a while ago, and it has a mirror on the bottom. And those are the favorite pens that I'm using right now, and it includes a lot of olive green and gray. That's my jam right now. So here's this container, and it slides right out. And then I have all these things at my disposal without taking up much room whatsoever, because it's right underneath the computer. And my keyboard is right in front of that, but there's plenty of room to move things out. I do have other pens besides those pens I just showed you. You're probably familiar with my white pen case, and then I have another one that's right behind the computer that has a lot of pens that aren't white. So hopefully you enjoyed some of these hacks and a little tour of my workspace, at least the bottom portion of it. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please do follow us on Instagram also. And we'll see you next time around.